What are you doing in my swamp?
Hello everybody, this is Ogre Boy, and I'm going to be doing my review for the 2014 movie Transformers: Age of Extinction. So in this movie, after the events of the third movie, the Autobots are being hunted down by the government to be destroyed and everything because of all the damage caused in Chicago at the end of the last movie. And this businessman and the government are creating these robots who are like man-made transformers, and they don't realize that what they're building them out of could destroy the human race, so the Autobots have to team up and save the humans once again. And this is also the one where we get introduced to the Dinobots too, which they heavily marketed and made out like it was a huge deal, and they only were in there for about the last 20 minutes of the movie. But this one is one of the ones that took a big turn in the series due to most of the original cast not returning for this one. Actually, I don't even know if anybody from the first three came back. I don't think anybody did, except for like the voice actors of some of the Transformers. Mainly Peter Cullen as Optimus Prime, of course. But we get a bunch of new characters. Cade, played by Mark Wahlberg, his daughter Tessa, played by Nicola Peltz, her boyfriend Shane, played by Jay Renner, and then you got Stanley Tucci as Joshua, the businessman and head of the company that's building their Transformers, their own Transformers, and Kelsey Grammer as the villain of the one of the villains of the movie, CIA operative Harold Addinger. But all of the cast in this are decent. They do the best they can with what they have to work with. This being a Transformers movie that don't have a lot to work with, but they're okay in here. There's this little subplot though with Cade being mad about Tessa and Shane dating and stuff, and him not approving because he doesn't want his daughter dating and stuff. It's really dumb and everything. It reminded me of the little subplot that they had in Transformers 2 where Michaela and Sam were scared to tell each other they loved each other. It was really stupid and stuff. You could have taken all that stuff out of the movie and it wouldn't have changed anything. But I kind of like this one, but I don't like it near as much as some of the other movies in the franchise. It's not completely terrible though. It's definitely a huge step up from the third movie, which I really did not like at all. But this one, its biggest problem is it is way too long. The movie's almost 3 hours. It's like 2 hours and 45 minutes or something like that. And they could have trimmed down at least a good 20 to 30 minutes on this movie, and it would have been a lot better. But it does have some fun moments and stuff, and once the Dinobots gets in there at the end, the ending is really a lot of fun, and I really enjoy it. I've always liked the Dinobots and stuff, and like I said, as a kid I didn't really play a lot with Transformers toys. I did have a few, like mainly from McDonald's, but I did have one of Grimlock as a kid and stuff because the Dino Wars or whatever was kind of big when I was a kid, so I absolutely loved getting to see Grimlock in this movie and stuff. I thought it was really cool, but they totally over-marketed the Dinobots to be in this movie to get people hyped, and they were only in here for the last act of the movie and everything, barely even in it. They shouldn't have even been in any of the marketing, really. And it also has a really strange opening because it shows like the Transformers destroying life on Earth when dinosaurs were around, so it pretty much is like indicating that they caused the extinction of dinosaurs and stuff. and it's kind of weird seeing that, but I also kind of like it too. I think it's kind of cool getting to see dinosaurs in this movie because I love dinosaurs, and you get a lot of new Autobots in this one as well. Hound, voiced by John Goodman, is probably my favorite out of the new ones introduced in here, but I also like Drift, voiced by Ken Watanabe, and Ratchet, and but all the Transformers are cool and stuff. That I like them still and everything, and it's cool getting to see Bumblebee back and everything. And his little fight with Stinger towards the end of the movie was pretty cool and everything. It's got some fun moments and stuff. There's also a lot of things though that are really dumb. Like I said, most of the stuff with human characters is really annoying and everything. And like there's a part where Kate is talking to his daughter and stuff about how when he graduated high school and everything, she was already born and stuff, and he's like, I don't want that for you and all that. And they show a picture of him and his wife in graduation, and it's a picture of Mark Wahlberg from about maybe 5 years before the movie came out. So it was like, okay, so he graduated at the age of 35 or something like that, because I think Mark Wahlberg would have been about 40 when this movie came out. It's like, wow, talk about being in high school for a long time, and seeing that his daughter's only supposed to be like 17 years old and stuff. Like, I mean, if he was 15 years old when she was born and she's 17, that means that he would have. It didn't make a lot of sense. It just really was dumb. They didn't really think that through. They should have had like an actor stand in for the photograph or something to be a younger version of Mark Wahlberg graduating or something, or use an old photo of him or something. But I thought that was funny, and the score in this movie is really weird. Like there's parts of this movie where it feels like the music is just straight out of like some kind of commercial on TV, which, like I said that in the review for the last one too, but especially during like the scenes with the humans and stuff, they have this weird music. Some of it's really upbeat and doesn't make any sense. It sounds like the music that's playing when they're discussing the side effects in the commercials and stuff for medicines. And then there's parts of it where it's real dramatic and stuff. It sounds like it's from a soap opera. It's like the score is all over the place, and the CGI in this one is a lot worse too. I know it was really noticeable in this movie, and it was noticeable in other ones too, but this one, the CGI just is really bad at times and everything. But I think this was an alright movie. It's definitely not total garbage or anything. I've seen way worse movies than this and everything, and even worse than the franchise. Like I said, it's definitely not one of the best in the franchise, but I don't think it's even close to as bad as the third one was and everything. And it does set up the fifth one pretty well, from what I remember, which I've only seen that one once as well, so I'm kind of looking forward to see if I like it more this time or about the same or less. This movie, I personally think I like this one a little bit less than I did the first time, but I think it's still okay. It just needed a lot of fat trimming on it. There was so much stuff in this movie that could have just been left out and everything, but yeah, so I'd say I'd give Transformers Age of Extinction a 7 out of 10. It's an okay popcorn movie and everything. It just shouldn't be almost 3 hours long. There was no need for that, but I'm one that normally doesn't complain about running time for movies and stuff, but now I feel like they overstuff the stories and stuff with these movies. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think of this movie, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody.